Hey you, I'm Thomas Tomscar Ridgewell.
Cameron,
Are you okay?
Cameron, I'm not feeling too good.
What's wrong?
I'm feeling bad.
Oh,
Help!
what can I do?
I'm nuclear.
I'm nuclear too.
Yo,
Is that what I'm supposed to say?
No, but good job. Yeah, we're watching Nuclear 2, the first sequel in the series we're watching.
We're gonna suffer. I thought I had all of this film in a playlist ready to go, and the film was like just over like an hour and 10 minutes. I was like, oh hell yeah, this isn't gonna be
It
too
was
bad.
as soon as I saw the playlist and it only had like 4 parts, I was suspicious, honestly.
He was.
I shouldn't have said anything.
If he had just kept his big mouth shut, we could have had a relatively short film reaction today. We wouldn't have had to put ourselves through too much torture. But no, we had to go and find that there's not 5 parts to this film, there's 12. More than double what we thought. So
This is probably like another 2-hour film. It could be longer
this
than
could
the
be
original
longer than
Nuclear.
2 hours, yeah.
Did we mention that? We're watching Nuclear 2 today. Do you go for making
Nuclear-
Do you ever even start a Nuclear 3?
No.
I feel like you must have had an idea for it.
Yeah.
Kind of branch
I
out
had
into
so
a
many.
franchise.
Nuclear 3, yeah.
Nuclear?
That's better.
Nuclear.
Nuclear 2. That's what the 4th one's called.
Nuke 3-4?
Nuke
3-4 You shouldn't have called it Nuclear 2, you should have called it Nuclear.
Clever.
Nuclear.
Have you seen the Nuclear? Have you seen the Nuclear?
Yo, dude, have you seen the new film? Yeah, by Christopher Nolan. Claire. No, that's not making it in.
See you at 4 AM when we finish this bloody troll. I couldn't think of what the word was.
What word? Troll.
It wasn't even close to any word that would make sense in that
It's
sentence.
bloody troll. Got the beep beep. I'm a freak.
On
Do you remember
to-
when we met Tom Scar?
I remember when we
And he,
met
like,
Tom Scar.
He tried to kill you.
He did.
It was fucked up. He
Pictures on
was
screen now.
he was seeing red. He like tried to kill you. No one did anything about it. Nuclear 2. Is
Oh.
that a carrot?
Yeah, I thought that.
Frightening lightning.
Exciting lightning. The film starts with Camo picking up Danny in his brand new car. He shows off a bit, does some tricks he's been working on, and then when they encounter another speedster on the road, they have a race which Camo wins. Their new base rises up from the ground, and we learn that in the space between the two films, they've grown into a massive company focused on the future of science. They look at some of the inventions that are being worked on before Callum rushes them over and tells them that the eggs are hatching. Now, for anyone who, and shame on you if this is you, who isn't caught up on the nuclear lore, these eggs belong to a dying alien race called the Senas, and they're the last surviving members of the species, so they must be protected at all costs. So the eggs hatch, we see the baby Senas, how very cute, and the lads, the men, the gentlemen, they all agree to look after a Sena each. Callum then makes them watch a several hours long boring video about how to look after them.
I'm liking the sort of slow. I never thought I'd say I'd like the slow pacing. I want this to quicken up, but
You will soon grow to hate the slow pacing.
I'll let you build in the scene.
It was awesome, Campbell.
First, awesome.
It was pretty good.
One of many.
Take a shot every time he says awesome.
Drink some water every time they say poisoning. You'll die of water intoxication.
You'll drown in your own body.
Excuses.
What are they yapping about?
What are the Yap?
They're the kings of Yap.
The governor of Yap.
The Yap gods.
Yappy by Pharrell Williams. There we go, we mentioned him this episode.
The aliens aren't really up to that kind of thing. Their intelligence is about halfway between a dog and a pig. Just like you, really.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
That's true, so I think we should take advantage of our power to own the aliens.
I just laughed at that.
That is cool.
What if people
Like
Nice base.
production design, set design.
That's the sound of stupid eating. Like.
The same munching. I was hungry, guys. Sorry.
I'm gonna waterboard myself. You just ate one of them.
this is awesome.
Third awesome.
Third one. Let's have a drink.
Oh,
Everything is cool in Nuclear 2.
this better not be a long video.
Literally
Yeah.
us.
How long is this gonna actually take?
Us.
Literally us.
How many steps are there? 57, I think.
How many parts of this film are there? 57, I think.
There should have just been 5.
We have to find a place for them to go. But the noise
They can go to hell.
Right?
True.
pigs, goats.
Goats.
Not to a sense.
Pigs.
Dogs. Plankton.
Sheep.
You might be a sheep, but I'm a wolf.
Alright, we know you're a furry.
I'm full of fury.
Yeah, I'm a fury. I'm gonna go to a fury convention.
I got so angry that I went to a fury convention.
That's where we met Tom Scar at the Fury convention.
That explains why he tried to kill me.
I'm Thomas Tom Scar Ridgewell. That's why you strangled
That's
you.
what I just said.
You see,
You sure this isn't on like 0.25 times speed? Maybe I accidentally like slow it down.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Past
We're
present.
finally up to part 2 of 12.
Don't. I'm fine.
They finally get round to releasing the Sennas from their containment, but they decide to supervise them for a few days to make sure they're okay. Eduardo does an extremely dangerous stunt, smashing the cage and then causing an explosion. They then spend a few days trying to follow the Sennas, but they cause havoc throughout the city, destroy lots of buildings, and cause a several car pileup. Eduardo's stunts are becoming increasingly reckless and dangerous, causing him and Callum to have an argument. The sound's not as bad as last time.
You've like matured with the sound effects.
They make sense.
everyone, stick
Stick
by a guy and it should.
by a guy.
Oh, guys,
I'm sticking by a guy right now. You're like my guy.
However painful this film is, I'm sticking by my guy.
There you are. Jeez, these things really hit turbo boost.
Shut the fuck up.
Fucking die.
Things will be better on day 2.
Ha, day 2.
Day 2.
Ah.
Blow me!
You say it so loud.
Blow me! Blow me!
Because I've known you for loads of years.
Eduardo's getting like the talk.
Yeah.
He needs to be put in his place.
Mm.
Put in space.
Hello, welcome to Stunt Your Later.
What?
And I'm here.
What is this?
and this is right. I'm just gonna say it's gonna be the hardest one to get through.
Yeah, this is already the worst one.
It's not even. It's just boring, honestly.
Yeah.
No, don't jump. Okay, now jump. Okay.
Is it each time this is Tom's car themed episode?
It's more fun than whatever this is.
What the
This is Mr. Thompson. He's one of the best characters we created, honestly.
the worst character?
We love Jailbreak. We love We'll get to Jailbreak in the series. Jailbreak was a joint film we both made.
Somewhat stale break.
What's all this Jailbreak slander? We love Jailbreak.
Like jail hate.
But before we get to Jailbreak, we're going through all the film. It's more fun. I'm just trying to find something to talk about.
Yeah.
No, but we're getting through all the solo films we made, so all the films we made on our own. It's like Geo was a solo film by me, this is a solo film by you.
Mm.
Whereas then we'll get to the duo films where we both made films together.
Yeah.
And those should be more fun because it's like we could play off each other and stuff.
Mm.
As is not happening in this one.
Their characters have no chemistry. I don't know what's happening now.
The team have a meeting late at night about how to look after the Sennas. They need space and fresh air, but it's clearly too dangerous to let them out in the public, and there's been protests about the Sennas. A mysterious man steps out of the shadows, calling himself the Professor. He explains that he has a solution for their problem, that there's a planet a few days space travel away that's perfect for the Sennas. It has the right temperature, climate, gravity, and it has food and water for them as well. After a lot of discussing, debating, and deliberating, they decide to do it.
Puffrey!
Oh. It's also just more depressing when you get to a new part because it's like, oh, I can't say it.
My ass got this.
We need to go help them at once. Danny, we have bigger problems.
Bigger problems like that guy's arms with.
We can't. We can't. Stop it.
What?
Stop it. Jill. Villain.
Spoiler.
We spoiled it. As soon as he appears, isn't he a twist villain?
Yeah.
Sorry. Villain! Look at bro's hairline. Me in 5 years. Why do you think I'm wearing this beanie right now? Because I've lost my hair.
Since the last video, you lost all your hair.
I'm completely bald. I've just got like side hair.
You're wearing a wig.
Will you wear wigs? Have you worn wigs? Maybe.
When do you wear wigs?
This film's giving me Elijah Wood. Would you wear wigs? You should have done that. Elijah, would you wear wigs?
We can't just ship the sinners off to some random planet.
Will you like trains? No.
Nature-wise.
When will you like trains? In that clip, Elijah Wood laughed so I laughed when we started doing the Tom Scott segment in the last episode.
Yeah. I am wearing a wig.
I will wear wigs. I like trains.
All he's doing at the moment is reckless nonsense.
All he's doing at the moment is terrorism.
Literally.
I don't think
I'm on his side.
He detonated a bomb and caused like a 10-car
As a
battle.
kid, he's siding with Eduardo, but as an adult, you understand Callum/James.
Yeah. I was listening to a thing today, and the character said it's a genetically engineered organism. I was like, what?
Really?
Yeah. It was a Doctor Who thing. Should I talk about that instead? That might be more interesting.
Yeah.
It was a Doctor Who audio drama
Nice.
I bought yesterday because it was on sale.
Nice.
It was a box set called Susan's War.
That sounds made up.
No,
I know
it's
it's
real.
made up, but it sounds made up by you.
It's real.
Susan's War.
Susan War.
That was a cool noise. What?
That wasn't.
After a montage to Give It Away Now by Red Hot Chili Peppers, they convert the base into a ship. Due to Eduardo being deemed dangerous and untrustworthy, Callum deliberately told him the wrong date for them to take off, but he happened to show up that day anyway with his new stunt partner, Raoul. That day, the Senna's cage was opened, which would have been a big hazard. The security camera had been hijacked and the control panel had been blown up. Callum blamed Eduardo and Raoul. Meanwhile, Eduardo was bored, so he decided to just launch the ship before it was ready.
Oh, the rocket! The rocket! Should we talk about Jane Animations?
It's more interesting than this.
You still like catch up with Jane Animation?
Yeah, we still go for a coffee like on a Sunday.
I mean, she
morning.
hearted one of your comments once.
She did.
It's like you're friends pretty much.
We are
I mean, Tom Scott's practically at the third wheel, right?
of our friendship.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he was going to come on for this one.
He was. He was busy today.
Hence all the Aspen jokes.
Yeah. Sadly, he was. What was he doing today?
Skydiving.
He did a voice in Nuclear too. Actually, that was nice of him.
Did he? Have we not come across it yet?
Not yet. No.
What? He told me it was next week.
That was Tommy Scott.
No, I missed it. I was looking away. Do you reckon we could be each other's stunt double?
I mean, we do get told we look really similar.
If we had identical, we may have got similar hair. Yours are like slightly a lot longer. Could we like pose as each other?
I feel like we could.
I feel like we could voice each other.
Yeah, we can do a lot of the similar voices.
Like say something, like anything.
What do you want me to say?
What do you want me to say?
That's pretty close.
That's pretty close.
That's pretty close.
That's pretty close.
That's pretty
That's
close.
pretty close.
That's pretty close. That's pretty close.
That's pretty close.
That's pretty close. There you go. Now you say something, I'll copy it.
Without further ado, I'd like to
I like trains.
give you,
I like trains. We're just making sounds. We've evolved so far into insanity.
Ever seen our pajamas? That's more interesting.
Yeah, that's more interesting. He's got hair like mine.
I'm gonna lift off.
That guy.
We're just waiting
His
for
stunt double.
thrusters to gain power.
I had hair like that once upon a time.
Are working on
Before I went bald. Now I must wear this beanie.
Woe is me. If you take the beanie off, it's like that scene in SpongeBob with King Neptune where like,
Oh, my eyes! They're not on this rocket yet.
No.
We literally, we can talk and we don't miss anything. There's no worry of missing anything.
I know, we don't miss. Nothing happens. The confessor.
You bet. Oh.
It was just an interval.
I need to get up early for my flight.
Where to?
Turkey.
Turkey. What are you doing over there?
Hair transplant.
Oh, right, yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna take some hairs from my chest, and they're gonna like put it on my.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
But I don't actually have any chest hairs, so I think they're gonna have to like use someone else.
They're gonna like inject you something so you can grow some chest hair.
All in the same day.
Like some hormones.
It's like really fast. Like,
Yeah. You're gonna be like El Macho, where they show the
I'm
Mexican
gonna turn into
flag.
like that purple monster. El Macho was like bald like that. He had that same. Like...
Yeah, he had your haircut.
It's not haircut. It's hair
Yeah,
loss.
your hair loss and your male satin baldness.
I mean, this beanie's sort of skin coloured anyway. This is what I look like pretty much without the beanie. It's just a pure.
Your head's that exact shape as well.
In fact, I've always been like this. I grow my hair out the back and I comb it all forward, and you don't even notice. Eduardo do that? Eduardo. I see myself. Eduardo.
It's like that, did you see that Vsauce experiment where it's like people would rather inflict pain on themselves than be bored?
Yeah.
It's literally us right now. You'd rather hit yourself than sit
At
through
least
this.
it's a feeling of something.
Yeah. It's like people had to sit in a room with a button that gives them an
Yeah, I've heard
electric
of
shock,
that. and
and then they'd rather electrocute themselves than be bored. If I had that button right now, I'm turning it all the way up to full voltage, and I'm.
I'd sit on an electric chair right now.
You are on an
Fancy.
electric chair.
Yeah. Oh, this scene just got worse. As soon as this character enters. Just on the Senate of some.
And then noticeable.
Bald, I'm bald.
No,
bald,
no,
bald.
no! I'm bald. I am bald.
So tired of waiting. Just so bored of being on this dull ship. It's time to look.
About fucking
A
time.
slither of hope.
A slither of plot development. The faintest morsel of something happening. I'm dying.
This film includes everything I hate.
Me?
Now hit me with the AI. You, slower in the time, bad
People
jokes.
with hair.
AI.
I'm very jealous of that. Senna's.
We were ahead of the game with the AI. All our films we use AI. A die.
A-Y.
That's how you do a front flip.
Oh, what? It's not relevant, is it?
Why?
The space trip was going well until Camo was alerted in the middle of the night that something was going wrong with the ship. When he went in to investigate, he saw that somebody has shot a bullet into the control panel. The ship begins to crash land, so everyone evacuates onto the escape pods. One girl called Lauren almost dies, but luckily Camo's able to save her in time. It's now clear that somebody on the ship is trying to sabotage them, and there's lots of different theories about who it could be, from the mechanic, to the pilot, to Lauren, to the professor. But regardless, they were now stranded on the planet for at least 2 weeks while the mechanic fixed the ship. The crew then split up and explored the planet. Callum thinks that Raoul's the culprit, since he just showed up randomly one day with no security checks.
Is he in Scar?
Huh?
Is he in Scar?
Ew.
Camo. It's gone back to 505.
What are you talking about?
He's going back to
What, you an Arctic monkey? Got your nose.
Look out, he's got a nose. Ah! Why?
think luckily, because I edited the last two, you're gonna edit this one now. Because I mean, I'll be having my hair transplant, so I won't be able to edit.
Yeah.
Hopefully, it should be easy for you to edit this because
Nothing happens.
so much of it is in
Nothing
silence,
happens.
staring. That's like,
This video's gonna be 2 minutes long. Oh, they've landed on the planet.
did they die? Oh, he's so bad. Just jump before they get to the ground. It's like the whole.
Yeah.
That's gonna, if
Like
you're
when you're in a lift.
yeah, if you're in a falling elevator, just jump before you hit the ground, and then all the momentum goes away.
Goes away.
We're not doing
I
that.
was in a falling elevator. I jumped right before it hit the bottom. And I was fine.
I was in the most tremendous falling elevator.
Do you know why that actually doesn't work?
What?
No, I'm asking if you know, because I don't. Why it doesn't work.
I don't remember the specific reasons, but it does make sense. It doesn't work. You are falling in that moment, but it's because you're inside the elevator. It's like everything's relative, right? So it's like once you're in the elevator, it feels like you're not sort of falling. 'Cause
But if you jump before it hits the bottom,
you've still got that momentum. You can't just magically get rid of all that like velocity.
right? Yeah, supposedly if you're in a falling elevator, you're supposed to like starfish out on the floor and like spread the mass.
Like Patrick Star.
Yeah, he was just built for surviving elevators, lifts. I'm not
Do
American.
you think SpongeBob would survive in a falling elevator? Because he's so spongy, just be like,
Yeah, he was just bouncing off everything. Yeah,
SpongeBob, the elevator's falling.
Mr. Krabs is just like going his crab shell.
Goodbye, boys. SpongeBob would like be like inflate his nose massive and then like sit on his nose.
Here goes nothing.
None of the funny jokes even related to the film.
Should we watch the film for a bit? Should we like try and like have 10 minutes
Okay.
where we only talk about the film?
Okay.
You take a break. You work hard. You
Who's this mechanic? Is he just a generic crew member?
Yeah, well, they've crash landed on the planet, so they need the mechanic to like fix the ship before they can go home.
Maybe the
again.
mechanic could fix this film.
Hopefully, it's called Danny a Snack Hog.
Is that just not his second name? Danny Snack.
Danny a Snack Hog.
Hey, Raoul. Looks like it's just me, you, and you. So,
How did he even mess up that line?
Spin me round. Maybe that'll be fun.
say generally smart.
Right, now you got a bit more room.
This is the most detached from the actual film we've ever been. They put the leg resting.
Yeah, that would have been a good idea actually. You would have had way more room. Can I go fast?
Fast, please. Wee.
Oh. I'm just getting, I'm not spinning, I'm just getting moved. Alright.
Well, unfortunately, Cameron has to go. My film. Right, no, let's watch the film. Let's concentrate. We've probably missed like the one important like lore development.
This is like the worst film we've watched. Well, I don't know if it's the worst, but it's the hardest to get through.
So that's the worst then, because a bad film is at least entertaining in how bad it is.
Yeah.
He's 26.
Scarlet reference. Nuclear One reference.
So was that actually a Scarlet reference? Then?
Yeah, he said he fought demons.
Okay, the one thing that's not terrible about the film I have to say, I like the extended universe, the continuity you tried to create. You know,
Yeah.
even like the Mr. Thompson cameo. Like, why is he in here? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a multiverse.
A surprise to be sure, but a welcome one.
A welcome for sure, but a surprising one.
In the war.
Yeah, stretch the legs. Alright, guys.
You having to hide your male pattern baldness, dude?
I thought I'd like try something.
A couple of days go past when one night the professor tells them all to come with him. One of the crew members had been killed. Now, they didn't just have a hijacker among them, but a murderer. Over the next few days, everyone became increasingly paranoid and began fighting between themselves. Camo tells Callum that it couldn't have been Raoul, because he didn't have access to the area of the ship where it happened. But Callum doesn't blame Raoul anymore. He now thinks it's Lauren, because her and Camo have become increasingly close, and she's been asking him a lot of personal questions. Camo thinks that it's just because they're becoming good friends, but Callum thinks that she's using him. The two of them argue over this, which becomes a full-on fight. Then, the conflict gets even worse the next day, as Callum and Danny find out that Camo gave Lauren access to all of the rooms of the ship, including where the Sennas are kept. Camo tells them that it's fine, and that she's trustworthy, but they tell him that she's still a suspect. Then, she's found, with a dead Senna.
Enough about the fruit pastels. Somebody's dying. That was a rough night. I mean,
Me last night after thinking my friend died.
Yeah, you're the
I had
scary
a
dream.
really realistic nightmare in which my friend died.
at least
I genuinely believed it was real. You know those dreams that just seem really real, and then when you wake up, you're like, oh, it wasn't real.
slept with a few people last
I had a really rough night. Me after.
What the hell?
What?
You
You
just
slept
said I
with-
slept with a few people last night. There you go.
Yeah, and
Whore. Now they're scrapping.
I hate you, you smart city, you idiot. Don't try and fool anyone with a stupid, smug, handsome face. Of course it wasn't you. You're too handsome. It was you, Callum. Now
Me
stop
when
it.
I'm accused of a crime.
You've been
And the
around
judge
too much.
fancies me.
is it too late now to say sorry? Girl, you got the yummy.
Not really sure. You know, I've seen that
Well, this is this is an important scene because these two like have fallen out.
How could you, you senseless beast? Senseless.
You senseless beast. Shakespearean.
You rat.
You're the one
You
that's senseless.
senseless.
What? You egg?
I felt that.
You
A
said it.
plague on both your houses.
Look, Cameron.
Cameron?
He's talking to me directly.
This film's short. I feel like I'm going through seasons of war.
Yes.
Well, that'd be awesome.
Everything is
Everything is cool when you're part of the dream. Dream SMP, that is.
It's the same.
Yeah, no, it's too dangerous.
Alright, we've both got to do it like back to back.
Oh no! There's always like a problem.
Do you think we bring it on ourselves?
I think that one was our fault.
That
Definitely.
was our fault. Ronaldo just scored.
What, a comic relief?
No. Well, you could argue that the Saudi League is comic relief. As Callum contemplates the survival of the Senna species, Eduardo's still prank-maxing, he's still on his prank arc, he drops Callum into a pool of freezing cold water, and then, as Callum confronts him about it, he attaches him to a rope and swings him around. Finally, when it at last seems like he's apologising, he has one of those electric shock buzzers on his hand. Callum now feels that Eduardo has no grasp on the seriousness of the situation, and he's not the same man who had helped to fight to protect the Sennas, and he loses control and pushes Eduardo off a high ledge into water. Camo spends a while driving around and exploring the planet, a scene which does go on for a very long time. He hears a strange noise and goes towards it, where he finds two massive lizard creatures that attack him and scratch him badly. He only barely survives, and he's bleeding badly from several cuts in his body, just like the Sennas had, and just like the dead crew member had. When he gets back, he tells everyone to get together, because he knows who the killer is.
There's only 2 Sennas left. They don't breed.
They're siblings!
What the hell?
What the hell?
She was called Cat or something.
It was a girl.
That fucked me out.
Oh no, that's the worst thing I've ever seen in this film. It's a new low.
This is gonna be like the lost episode. This one won't see the light.
We won't see the light of day.
What are you waiting for?
Be honest, you didn't lessen me as a person because you've seen this film.
No, like, you can be more than the film you've made.
I would hope I'm more than this.
I just feel sorry for you, honestly. The fact that you knowing you've made this, you deserve utter
I feel like
sympathy.
Oppenheimer after he made the bomb. What part is this? Like 7? 8? 7. But some of the parts at the end are shorter.
I hope.
I feel like we've definitely seen the majority of the film. That's not how it works. If you fall from a certain height,
Yeah.
water's as hard as concrete.
And knowing Eduardo, it would have been like belly flop.
This is awesome!
Dies immediately on impact. His head's like a whole planet, like a big round planet. A big bulbous, like
With
gas
hair
giant.
sticking out the end.
That's just
That's
the
the
ring.
ring.
This is the worst part of the film.
Really?
I know that's a bold claim.
Really?
This
I
is
think
the
this is
worst.
the best part of the film. If you tell me this is worse than Eduardo Silva saying meow. Like he's covered in blood now.
That's kind of cool, I guess.
That character still is ruined because the blood didn't come off.
Yeah, I was gonna say, is it a good idea to like draw blood on it?
It wasn't.
He just killed an innocent alien. They were like attacking him, but he went to check them out in the first place. He just ran it over.
Yeah, he went, what's that noise? Let me go towards it.
He's a psychopath. I could have gone worse.
Can't believe I have to watch parts of this film again to decipher the plot.
Yeah, I feel sorry for it because you actually have to talk about the plot.
Yeah.
We're just sitting here talking about like everything as the movie, Lizzo, you know.
Yeah.
You've got to actually watch this.
Camo goes through the list of suspects one by one, explaining why it wasn't each of them, before revealing that it was the professor all along. The scratches and wounds that he received from the lizards matched the ones on the crew member and the Senna. He explained that the professor had deliberately taken them to a planet with hostile life, and he had access to every camera and door on the ship since he had helped to build it, and he used that to let the creatures in for them to attack the Sennas. The professor confesses that he did it because the Sennas cost too much money to look after, so for some reason building a multi-billion-pound ship was a better use of the money, and he also said that he did it because the Sennas are just really annoying, which, fair enough. Then he somehow beats everyone up and runs away, and Camo chases him. The professor tries to escape in his moon buggy, and Camo chases him in his car. The professor locks himself in a force field, which electrocutes Camo, and then Lauren confesses her love for him.
We're nearly there, right?
I am the one.
I'm the one.
I am the one, the one, the one. No, wait, listen.
I am the one, the way it's on, don't need a gun to get respect up on the street.
Don't need a nose to get respect on the street. Look, I've got a nose. Do you need a gun to get respect on the street?
No?
I do. I gotta flash it to people because people just don't respect me without it.
Really?
Yeah.
What kind of things do they say without it? How do you know you're not getting respect up on the street?
They say you're a shame. They say
Sorry, I
Leave.
shouldn't laugh. It's terrible.
I know.
But what changes when you've got the gun, when you're flashing the gun?
They run away from me.
That's not respect, that's fear.
They respect me.
That's fear,
No, they
Joel.
respect my social boundaries. They don't want to get too
Well,
close.
yeah, I would say they probably give you some distance, but it's not respect.
You ready for the next Doctor? It's me. Cameron, watch the film.
Okay.
Let's actually concentrate.
Alright, I'm gonna
please.
lock it in. I'm gonna put the jumper back on, I'm gonna focus in. It's gonna be a different me. New year, new me. I'm locking it in. You would think this is me at the start of the video.
Just pretend we've just started.
Yeah, good idea.
Easy.
That's a good idea. I'm
gotta
gonna
get the
pretend I've
beanie.
just begun.
Just how it was. Beanie.
You know, it's not the same as it was. Bald guy versus
Yes,
guy with cool
cool.
hair.
That's you versus me.
The sign I put on my belly.
Huh?
The sign I put on my stomach. No sinners in here.
They're a delicacy in some parts of the world. I've never found it so hard to like concentrate on one thing before.
Yeah, it's just we are trying.
Emergency escape activated.
It's just so it's frankly just not interesting.
It was, dare I say, disinteresting.
I'm glad you made it and like had fun making it. Probably. But... Did you have fun making it?
Hope so.
Do you remember making it?
No.
That's what I look like.
You've never seen it reflection. That's you realising how bald you are. He's got a missile. Oh, he's bloody drove into the booby trap. Oh no. It's hitting him in the face, that's quite funny.
That's like the sound of a public toilet. Kind of like beautiful.
Sorry?
Like strange, just the sounds of all the piping and
You
like
think public toilets are beautiful?
the sound, not
The
every...
sound of just men like lining up and peeing.
like burping.
Oh no, how are you gonna get through? Your car's too big. Seethe.
Cope and sieve, Camel. He's still on the ground. In that exact same position.
It's like a bait for the professor to come on.
They try to lure him back. They like film it and broadcast it on all the screens. I'm looking for my glasses, where are they?
And now he's luring him. I've accepted the bait.
I've accepted the booty.
Is this another one of Eduardo's booby traps?
Is this the Biscoff cake we were promised?
Well, I don't know about the Biscoff.
He Professor, he leans over. Everyone stands around in a circle, all like presenting themselves. It's too much for him to take. He turns off the force field after like an hour.
And he's just in like a glass dome, he's got nowhere else to look.
It's like someone standing on top of the dome, like, and then he looks over.
They just fully around the dome in a circle, so no matter where he looks, he's there. Now, it's all on Eduardo. He's their last hope. For some reason. Apparently everyone fucking died or something, and now Eduardo is the only way to stop the professor. So, despite Callum's words echoing in his head about how he's useless and he'll never amount to anything, he does one final stunt, which breaks the professor's force field. He takes down the professor's henchman, but the professor's getting away. The professor fights back, and actually lands a couple of good hits, before he's arrested by the rest of the crew. Just as they're wondering what they're gonna do now, they see blue and red lights flashing in the sky. It's another ship. The police land on the planet, now no longer corrupt, as Johnson as the chief of police. They all fly back to Earth, where Johnson explains that there's actually a fourth Senna egg, which if you go back and watch the ending of Nuclear, you'll realise is actually true. So now there's another Senna. So, all's well that ends well. We finished the film with the same amount of Sennas as we started with. Camo and Lauren get married because of course they do. Everyone probably has like a dance party. The end.
The henchman is like me in 10 years, like not even hair on the side.
It's an open wound.
Yeah, and just a big hole. Even the skin on top of my head starts to recede.
It's the next stage
The
of
bone
baldness.
recedes. Male pattern boneness. Male pattern rotting. Oh, God.
Final part.
How long is it?
9 minutes. But there'll be credits and a dance party.
9 minutes, aka the length of a SpongeBob episode. We could be watching Sailor Mouth in this time.
Should we just like recreate Sailor Mouth in this time?
Oh, how does it start? Sentence in.
It starts where it's like, SpongeBob, take out the trash. Krabs is a blow me. Are you hypnotizing me into liking this film?
You will like this film. Homscar, You need some people to write the next Astif movie.
Hell yeah.
We know you. We have a cordial relationship with you.
We love you.
You love us. What Astif movie jokes could we come up with to pitch to Tom Scar?
How about
There's a baby on the
Yeah.
road, and someone's like, "Look out! That baby's gonna get run over!"
Mm.
And then it turns out that the baby is actually a car shaped like a baby that runs over another baby. I don't know.
Yeah, that's quite
That's
good.
funny. It's like a baby with wheels. It's actually like a car.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I feel like the start of this footage versus the end, you'll see like the wrinkles on our face.
There's a murder
Oh, these are credits.
Yeah.
I remember that when you made him. That's kind of cool actually. It's like you can tell who it is.
Mm.
You made like Minecraft skins of all the. Is that Eduardo?
It's over. It's over.
It's over.
War is over.
Susan's war is over.
I made that. I'm the proud creator of what we just saw.
I watched that. I'm sad.
You're sad. Why? Because it's over.
It's just this.
Don't cry because it's over. Smile because it happened.
Yeah. Next video will be after I come from Turkey, like a hairline reveal.
Oh yeah.
I show off my
true.
new hair, and it's like it starts like at my eyebrows all the way up. You don't know the pain we've suffered today.
No, I don't think you do. So that film definitely traumatized Joel, but what would I score it? So in terms of the plot, I definitely tried a few things that I hadn't done before, which I appreciate, but it just didn't always quite work, and maybe I just tried to do a few too many things at once. So I think it does a good job of following on from the first film, starting with the eggs hatching, but then you've got them trying and failing to take care of the Sennas, you've got them making the decision to take them to another planet, then you finally arrive at the main body of the plot with the deaths of the crew member and the Senna and trying to figure out who's behind it. You've got Camo figuring it out and battling the lizards. You've got the final chase with the professor. And then you've got all these subplots of the feud between Callum and Eduardo, Camo's new car, and his love story with Lauren. It's just all too much, really. So I like that I tried to do this murder mystery thing where they had to figure out who was the culprit. And with them all being stranded on a hostile planet, that could have made for a really good story, but with everything that happened before and after it and all these subplots, I think it was just all a bit too confusing. So the plot gets a 5 out of 10. So the voice acting is fine, it's pretty similar to the last one really. I felt like in this one it was a little bit easier to tell who was speaking though, there were one or two characters that had different voices. And then in terms of the characters themselves, I'd say they follow on from the last film, they're fairly consistent. I like that I tried to drive a wedge between Callum and Eduardo. It was just a bit of an annoying feud though. I'm going to give it a 3 out of 10. I mean, as usual, the pacing was terrible. That goes without saying, but somehow this film just unlocked a new level. Me and Joel were just so bored the whole time. And Joel, if you can tell me why, please leave a comment, but I couldn't put my finger on just what makes this film so dull, so disinteresting. I'm giving the pacing a 1 out of 10, and honestly, I'm confused why. Why was this film so much harder to sit through than all the others? So, for sound and editing, I think this film is the first time I ever experimented with putting soundtrack in, both atmospheric music and actual songs. Unfortunately, me and Joel watched a version without the songs, which is a shame, but just know that the soundtrack to Nuclear 2 canonically includes The Hills by The Weeknd, which it's ahead of its time. In terms of the sound effects, I definitely learned a lesson from Nuclear, and in Nuclear 2, they're generally only used in places where they make sense. So overall, sound and editing, I give it a 5 out of 10. I cannot believe I'm about to utter such profanities, but this film is a step down from Nuclear in terms of humour. It definitely tried to be a lot less silly with the jokes, and maybe a bit unsettling in parts, and I respect that. But it's not like this film doesn't still try to be funny. There's still occasions where I attempt jokes, and they're the most toe-curling, blood-curdling, mind-racking, brain-rot jokes you've ever heard that have ever seen the light of day. And I'm aware that I'm showing a scene where a guy just died in the background of this clip. It's not like I'm expecting to keel over from laughing during this scene. And I acknowledge that it could have been worse, there could have been more terrible jokes.
but the humour gets a 2 out of 10. For the mise en scène, there's definitely some locations where you can tell I put a bit of thought into how it looks, and the scene where Camo goes exploring the planet definitely stands out to me as one where I tried a bit of different stuff with the camera and with the look of the scene, so that's why I'm showing this one. In general, it was okay. I will give it a 6 out of 10. So, simply, is the sardonic and suckish sequel Nuclear 2 worse than the original sin that is Nuclear 1? In some ways, yes. In other ways, no. I think me and Joel would probably both agree that Nuclear 1 was slightly easier to sit through, just because of how deranged it could be at times. But Nuclear 2 has a few more good things going for it, I think. Overall, they're pretty similar, but just due to the ratings, I've rated Nuclear 2 1 higher. It's got a 22 out of 60.
Hey, check this out.
I trust the waveforms. Trust me.
Okay.
Trust me. Liz, trust me. That should have been Liz Truss's like slogan. Trust.
Yeah. It should have just been like, trust me. But like TIUSS. Trust me. Like, because trust is me. Like, trust me. Trust me.
That's genius. Do you like an epic loud reaction to an epic scene?
Oh my god, Stuart Pitt just died.
Does he say I'm Thomas Tomsky or my name is Thomas Tomsky?
He says I'm
Thomas Tomsky as well. Yeah, I guess okay.
What are we doing?
Oh no. La. La. La.